DeWanna Bonner hit her first 3-point shot in about 6 months and runs down the floor after losing her starting spot to Lexie Hull. Runs down the floor and calls Lexie Hull a bomb to her face.
She hits a three. The crowd roars. A veteran star pounds her chest, turns toward the woman in the opposing jersey, and fires off 2 little words that set the internet ablaze. You bum.
Sizing up Lexie Hull, and then here she starts chirping at her.
It's the kind of courtside moment that lives forever in slow motion replays. Part swagger, part spite, and entirely unforgettable. But the reason this clip caught fire isn't just because of the insult. It's because of who was on the receiving end, the complicated history between these two players, and the fact that the WNBA is already under a magnifying glass for how it treats its biggest names. Tonight, we're unpacking the moment everyone's been replaying, the hidden layers behind it, and how it connects to a controversy that could change the league's future. The setting: a tightly contested game, tensions already bubbling.
DeWanna Bonner is out here calling Lexie Hull a bum to her face. After losing her starting spot to Lexie Hull, she's mad Lexie took her spot. I'm sorry, DeWanna, you've kind of stunk it up today.
DeWanna Bonner, one of the league's most recognizable veterans, finds herself with the ball on the wing. A quick release, a clean arc, nothing but net. The shot alone would have been enough for a small celebration. But Bonner had something else in mind. She thumped her chest, turned, and let it fly. You bum. Clearly directed at Lexie Hull. Cameras caught every micro-expression. Bonner's defiance, Hull's immediate glance away, and the slight smirk from a teammate nearby. Within minutes, the clip was being clipped, captioned, and dissected across social platforms. Fans took sides. Some called it classic trash talk. Others saw it as unnecessary disrespect. But here's the thing, this wasn't just a random insult in the heat of the moment. To understand why it hit so hard, you have to rewind to the chess game that's been happening in this team's rotation. Lexie Hull didn't just stumble into her current role, she fought for it. Known for relentless hustle, defensive tenacity, and an ability to make the boring plays that win games, she's been carving out minutes in a league where every possession counts.
Now,
her presence in the starting lineup wasn't about star power, it was about reliability. Coaches love players who will fight over every screen, contest every shot, and dive on every loose ball. On the other hand, Bonner has been a proven scorer and a name that sells tickets. But in recent rotations, coaches have shown they're willing to prioritize fit and effort over resume. Hull's defensive edge made her the choice in games where perimeter stops were the priority. And that meant Bonner's minutes, and sometimes her starting spot, were on the line. So when Bonner hit that three and aimed her words at Hull, it didn't just feel like trash talk. It felt like she was reclaiming something, a jab wrapped in a message. You might have my spot, but you're still beneath me. Here's the reality, film doesn't lie. You can tell a lot more about a player's value from hours of game tape than from a single made shot. Hull's defensive rotations, her ability to contest without fouling, and her positioning on switches have consistently helped her team. That's the kind of work that doesn't get highlight reels, but it does win playoff games. Bonner's clip-worthy three might have been a personal victory, but it was a brief flash compared to the grind of a season. Coaches have to weigh the full picture. Is a veteran's streaky shooting worth more than a younger player's relentless defensive coverage? It's a question that shapes rotations night after night. And in this case, the decision has clearly leaned in Hull's favor often enough to cause friction.
Lexie took her spot. I'm sorry, DeWanna, you've kind of stunk it up today. You have 9 points. But like, you've shot the ball 9 times. You've hit 1 3-point shot. And it was off a triple moving screen from Alyssa Thomas because the referees are scared of her.
Which brings us to a pattern that's been building for a while. This wasn't the first time Bonner found herself in a storyline about minutes, roles, and perceived slights. Throughout her career, there have been moments, some small, some headline-worthy, where her competitive fire has spilled over. Lineup shifts have pushed her to adapt, sometimes willingly, sometimes with visible frustration. Recent seasons have seen multiple role adjustments, with players like Sophie Cunningham also cycling through key minutes. The message from coaching staff has been consistent: performance and fit come first. For a veteran used to being the focal point, that can be a hard adjustment. Some corners of the internet have even claimed Bonner's past team exits were influenced by mid-season tensions. Though these remain unverified, the perception alone adds spice to the current storyline. If you came this far in this video, I would like to request you to please subscribe this channel, but this isn't just about one player's competitive streak. It's part of a much bigger conversation about how the league handles star power, roster politics, and, increasingly, player conduct. While the Bonner Hall moment was making the rounds online, another WNBA storyline was dominating headlines: the treatment of rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. From her very first games, Clark has faced a level of physical play that has drawn concern from fans, commentators, and even political figures. Hard screens, off-ball bumps, and what some see as targeted contact have sparked debate about player safety and league accountability. Stephen A. Smith recently took it a step further, suggesting that if this trend continues unchecked, it could merit scrutiny beyond just league offices, even hinting at potential federal attention if it escalates into broader workplace safety concerns. That's not just sports talk, that's a sign the conversation has spilled into politics and public policy. When you place the Bonner Hall clip against this backdrop, the optics change. It's not just a veteran teasing a rival. It's another example in a string of moments where the league's handling of player dynamics, respect, and safety are under the microscope. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If the WNBA mishandles moments like these, the fallout could extend far beyond Twitter debates. Sponsors watch this kind of controversy closely. Season ticket holders decide whether they're buying into a league that promotes fierce competition or one that allows personal beefs to overshadow the sport. Lawmakers, now more aware than ever of women's sports, could use these incidents as talking points for hearings or funding decisions. Even broadcasters have a stake. Highlight-worthy moments bring views, but sustained PR storms can make a product feel toxic to casual fans. A single chest-beating insult may seem harmless in isolation, but in the right climate, it becomes part of a damaging narrative. So, what's the move? The league and teams essentially have two paths. Option 1, go proactive. That means setting clearer boundaries for player conduct, enforcing consistent discipline for unsportsmanlike behavior, and reaffirming a commitment to player safety, both physical and reputational. Option 2, stay reactive. Let the clips circulate, address issues only when they threaten to boil over, and hope public attention shifts elsewhere. History shows that in pro sports, the reactive route usually costs more in the long run. In money, in fan trust, and in player relations. This isn't about silencing personality or eliminating trash talk. It's about making sure those moments don't overshadow the sport itself. At the end of the day, we're talking about people, not just stat lines. Bonner's career is full of accolades and highlight plays. She's earned her spot in WNBA history. Hull has built her career on work ethic and defensive grit, the kind of qualities every coach needs on their roster. Clark is a once-in-a-generation talent carrying the weight of a league's growth on her shoulders. The danger comes when these human stories get lost in the noise, when a viral clip becomes the only thing people remember. The WNBA's challenge isn't just to manage its image, it's to protect its people while letting them compete with fire. A chest beat, a three-pointer, and two little words. That's all it took to spark a conversation that reaches from locker rooms to law offices. For the WNBA, moments like these are crossroads. Do you protect your stars, your rising talents, and your reputation? Or do you let the drama run wild and hope the game can speak for itself? Because in today's media climate, the game is never just the game. So where do you stand? Is this just competitive edge or a sign the league needs to step in? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you want more deep dives, and subscribe so you don't miss the next big moment that has everyone talking.